Okay, so just to finish off this floor plan now, I want to do the block for the door, and actually while I'm at it, I'll do the stairs as well. And it's a good chance to look at stair setouts. So with the opening already done there, now I can really easily draw in my door. And again, you shouldn't be relying on blocks for this because door openings are going to be different sizes. And I know you might be told by other people that dynamic blocks are a great thing. And so I can't even see the option, but there is an option to make dynamic blocks which are adjustable. And it sounds great when you hear about it, but it's actually probably going to create more work for you than you need to do. So I find it's generally easier just to use standard blocks. And if you need a different size, in other words, a different size door, for example, make a different block. So again, in this case, we've got the opening size set out already, and that is the critical thing. I can't keep emphasising that too much because I see far too many people waste time worrying about the size of all the different parts in their doors and windows, or set it out in the wrong way and try to set out the frame at the same time, and even confuse themselves and not be sure about the opening size, when really that's all that matters. So here, one last time, I'll just check using the measure tool, the opening distance there from the corner to the corner of the wall, it's 2700. That's all we need to give to the builders when they need to order and then supply the door. Or in this case, it's even simpler because we maybe can reuse the existing door. And a really good tip I can give you there is that if you have an existing door frame, it's a really good idea to keep that. You shouldn't be trying to replace the door jambs. Even if you want to put a new door in, you should be reusing the door jambs. But then even to do something very simple like getting a door hung in an existing door frame is quite a skilled process. You need very good carpenters to do that, and it's not a simple thing. In a new door it's much easier, but if it's existing it won't be a standard rectangle and they have to do a lot of work to hang that new door. So think about those things. Drawing the door here though, again, very simple. I'll make a layer for my door, and so again X for existing, and door, well, let's say door frame. You know, that's the cut part of the door again. So again, another yellow colour because it's timber. And then another layer for the door swing. So AX door swing, which really can be any colour, but I'm going to use just one of these darker colours so it doesn't stand out too much. And I'll make the line weight for this again lighter than the others. I'm going to make this even lighter, so 0.09. So you can see that's a nice, really light line weight, which is always good for your door swings. And I'm going to do one more layer for the door, even though in reality you might use the same layer as you've used for the door frame. But again, I'll make a new one just so that it's clear. So I'll call this AX door. So for the door itself. And again, I'll make that the same yellow. So I've gone back to make the door frame layer current, and oh yeah, now so I'm leaving it on 0.25 because I'm actually going to draw the door thickness in. But yeah, it's good to think about that because if I was going to use a line for the door, then I would make that heavier. But again, I'm going to draw the door thickness this time, so so it's not too thick.
Another short question: how do we see on the layout the layers with their own thickness?
Oh yeah. So this button down here, that button shows the line weight. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah. So now I'll draw my door jamb. Just using the line tool, I'll come up from the corner there, come up 40. on the door frame. Yeah. So I'm going to come up 40 mil and then come across 100 and then back down perpendicular to the wall. And then the same on the other side. Now I'm sure you know you could probably try to use mirror to copy that. So maybe I'll show you that. You could draw the lines again, but because this is a symmetrical building, we can easily select those lines, click mirror, and then use the midpoint maybe of this wall here, and with ortho on, just click a point along that horizontal line, and you can see there it's giving me a mirror image. Yeah, 40 exactly, yeah. 40 by 100, yeah. So that's just a standard way of drawing door jambs. Again, they're not that size, just like windows.
40 by 100, is it
Yeah.
Standard?
Yeah, that's the standard size you draw them. Yeah, they're not that size in reality. That's just the size you draw them. Yeah. So now I need to know the size of my door so that I can draw it. So I could do the maths to work that out, but it's just as easy to measure now between the two corners of the door jamb. So you can see in mine it's 2620. Yours might be different. So if it's 2620 and it's a double door, then each door is half of that. So 1310 in my case. But again, you'll need to check your measurement and work out that size. So now I'll go to my door layer, and then I can draw a line from the corner of the door jamb. So think about where the hinge would need to be. Then I'm going to come across to the left and type in my distance, 1310. Yeah, the length, that's right, yeah. Sorry? Half of that's right, half the distance, yeah. From the inside, so I'll do it again up here, so again with the line tool. So from the corner where the hinge would be, yeah. Door, yeah. Well, mine's 1310, but it'll be half your opening size, whatever you measure that. Oh, hi, how are you? Good. Oh, sorry, I'm just recording. I'll just be a second. But you might be long. Okay, so now I'm going to then put in the door thickness. And so I'll do it on both sides. And here, just very simply, we'll use offset and make it 35 mil. So from that line, and then draw in lines. You could use rectangles for this, of course, but it doesn't take long drawing lines. And then do the same on the top. Or if you want to do it a little bit faster, copy lines you've already drawn. So the last thing before I make this into a block is to draw in the door swing. So generally the best option when you're drawing a door swing with the arc tool is start center end. Okay, so in this case, you've got to remember that the arc tool goes anti-clockwise by default. So we need to, in this case, give the start point first, which is going to be this corner. And then the centre point will be the hinge again. And then coming around, you can see, because I've got ortho on, it'll actually give me the right location for the end of that arc. Yeah, where the hinge would be, so that intersection where the jamb and the door, yeah. Okay, so coming down, and then we'll click down below with ortho on, you get a perfect door swing. Now you might find, I'm not sure if there are architraves here or what they've done with the reveals, but if you find that the door jambs aren't there exactly, we can adjust that, but it's fine for now just to leave them on the corner. And so I'll then mirror, so selecting that arc, just click mirror. And I know I'm doing quickly, I just want to finish this off, so I'll select all of those objects now, and then just use the shortcut B, enter to bring up the block tool, and we'll call this, or keep it simple, double door. Oops. Oh no, I used caps here, I didn't know, so double door. So what do you need to remember when you're giving the block definition? Apart from a name and some objects, the point, that's right. Try to force yourself to remember to always give an insertion point. And so here I'll just use the corner of the wall and click OK, and you can see now that's a block. So I'll give you some time to try that, we'll do the stairs afterwards.